Good morning, Mr. Seastrong. Do you have a lawyer today? Tell me what you're doing about that.
I'm not able to afford one.
Why not? When is the last time you've had a full-time job?
Company went out of business in February. I've been door dashing.
So you are working.
What? It's not enough to afford because I got my kids. I don't have enough to afford a lawyer from what I make from door dash.
How much money do you make a month?
Probably barely 300, maybe.
How much?
Barely 300.
300 what?
Dollars.
What? A day? A week? You make $300 a month. I don't believe that for a second. How do you eat? How do you survive?
I stay with my wife. My wife.
So your wife works.
Yes.
What does your wife do?
She does assistant at an apartment facility.
How much money does she make a month?
She just started, so I'm really not sure. It's probably been about 3 weeks or so.
Why do the people of Harris County get to pay for a lawyer for you when you don't do anything? How is that fair? Why you get to sit at home, play Xbox? Well, why do the people of Harris County get to pay for your lawyer? How's that fair? You're able-bodied. There's no reason why you shouldn't be working. You need a job.
Yes, sir. I work. I take care of my kids.
The judge escalates, court-ordered paperwork and employment follow-ups. There's a real power move here. The court won't just lecture. It will test compliance. Highlight, the judge promises to bring him back in 2 weeks. That sets up a small social experiment. Will a courtroom ultimatum actually change behavior?
Is helping your kids. What conditions did we put on Mr. Seastrong, please? I'm sorry if you don't like what I'm telling you, Mr. Seastrong, but I'm telling you the truth. How old are you? You're 39 and you make $300 a month. That's silly. And it's a shame.
I work for one out of business.
Then find something else.
Have been.
Do you know that there are so many companies out there that are begging for workers that are willing to pay you $15 to $20 an hour for you to work? Amazon, Starbucks. There's so many other places that are begging for workers because they just don't have enough. I'm not gonna, no. I'm making it a condition of your bond now that you get a full-time job. And I'm bringing you back in 2 weeks to see what you have done. But as far as what you get to hang out and do nothing all day, and then I have to pay for your lawyer too? I'm gonna back.
Insurance and driving become the next flashpoint. Mr. Strong claims he got insurance days after court. The judge reads the condition: no driving without valid liability insurance and court approval. The courtroom's voice hardens. Do you want to go to jail? And the judge warns that lawyers aren't handed out like candy. Reaction call out. The judge's bluntness lands as both procedural necessity and moral rebuke. This isn't just rules enforcement. It's a public test of personal responsibility.
I hope you are not driving, Mr. Seastrong.
I was able to get insurance from.
You are supposed to get court approval first before you drive, and you signed.
I got insurance a few days after we left from here. You told me not to drive without getting
it. Deputy Anderson, can you get that piece of paper, please? Sorry, guys. It's momentarily. Can you hand that to him? What does that say?
No driving without insurance approval.
Man, don't play Helen Keller. No driving without valid liability insurance and court approval. Do you want to go to jail? Don't drive. All I'm asking you to do is follow the law, Mr. Seastrunk. I don't give out lawyers like it's candy on Halloween, and I expect you to pull your weight.
Probable cause and a new assault charge come in. The court hears that a random person walking to a gas station was struck with a wooden stick. An ordinary day turned violent. The judge reviews his prior record, recent aggravated assaults and dismissed family violence charges. Tone shift, concern for public safety. The judge hesitates on pretrial release and asks for more information. Medication, medical treatment, risk to the public. Summary.
That way. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. So we're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. So you were on bond for a felony tampering case, and now you've picked up an assault bodily injury, and you want me to give you a PR bond. Is this right? I don't know anything about your case. I don't know anything. I know somewhat about your history. It's quite scary, as a matter of fact, but let's find out. Alex, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On the assault bodily injury?
Yep.
Yes, Your Honor. It says officers were dispatched to an assault that just occurred in Harris County, Texas. The complainant told the officers that she had been walking into a gas station near her apartment when the defendant came out of nowhere and struck her on the arm with a wooden stick, causing pain. The defendant continued to wave the stick at the complainant. The complainant maced the defendant and called the police. The officers observed a minor abrasion on the complainant's arm, and when they arrived, the complainant immediately pointed to and identified the defendant.
So we have a regular person walking down the street, and they get struck with a stick, a switch.
Yes, Your Honor, just a stick as she was walking to the gas station.
Looks like in 22, you were in 2020, you get charged with an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. 22, you pick up another aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. And now you have an aggravated assault of a family member that was dismissed in June, not 3 months ago. And now you've picked up these two cases.
Sir, this I had two head injuries. As you can see on my right side, my left side. And I don't remember hitting her with no board. Okay.
I need to make sure that the public is safe. And I don't know, Josh. I mean, we've given you chance after chance. And ma'am, what scares me is that if we let you out, this is just a random person out. I mean, no one can even walk in the public now.
I would do better.
I don't know, Josh.
I don't know if we maybe be able to do maybe a short reset so that I can maybe get some information for the court.
What I'd like to know, is she has she been seen by a doctor? Is she taking any medication? Does she have any medication? And more importantly, if we let her out, what's going to happen to her? Is she going to, I'm going to tell you this now, man. I'm not giving you a PR bond so that you're going to be just walking the streets. If you have a place to go, if you have a loving home to go to, perhaps. But until I know that, and I know that if you're taking any medication or you're supposed to, and that's going to happen, then perhaps. But I'm not letting you out to walk the street.
Okay.
So find that information and then we can. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Josh.
Switch to Mr. Waters, a 21-year-old with 14 prior theft cases. This is the classic recidivist dilemma. The judge expresses frustration. When does it stop? But also seeks concrete solutions. Compile every theft case, get a stable address, and get him to a job fair called Fresh Start. The judge pairs stern critique with practical help, a monitoring plan, job placement, and conditional release. Reaction call out.
I see that, Jillian, I see that a lot of them are like kind of bunched up. There's like at least 2 different patterns of 4 theft cases that are all together. I don't know what that's about. I mean, I haven't done a deep enough dive into his cases, but what's going on now is that your lawyer wants me to give you a PR bond. I know that you're asking me please, but the problem is though, is if we let you out, are you going to pick up a fourth case, perhaps a 15th theft case? I know that you're going to tell me little bunnies jumping in the woods, that of course it's not going to happen. I'm going to have a halo. I know that's what you're going to tell me.
And harassed. Look, I got numbers, I got witnesses.
So, Your Honor, what he's trying to say is that he understands that all of these pending cases involve the same gas station, the same officers. And we'll be looking into the contact that's made between him and those officers in all those cases. But he has been out of trouble, with the exception of what happens on this property. And even, like I said, even the PC with this theft case it's not in this court, but it's shaky in my opinion. And also the evading as well, Judge, that I was originally on. He's backing up from the officers. He's walking slowly. When the other officers get there, he's still at the location. He didn't evade, I would argue. But it met PC, and so we're gonna fight that. But it's not an evading where he just took off running.
13 prior theft cases. Who do you have in your life that's out to help you?
I got my girl, I got my baby mama. I got a baby on the way, you know, and I've been staying out the way.
Oh my Lord, you have a baby on the way.
I've been staying out the way, I promise you.
Mr. Waters is expecting his very first child. Him and the mother are together. She's very supportive. She was here last week when he was initially arrested. So they're working together
Let me
to
ask you this.
create a life for their
You
family.
want your baby to be like you?
I don't even want to be like my dad. I promise.
Where's your dad?
I don't know. Somewhere in Katy. Been on my own side, I was 12. I've been home, you know, I understand about them thefts, what I used to do back then, but that's not going
All
on.
these are from 23 and 24. What do you mean back then?
This ain't been going on though, like just ever since I came home, when you gave me the PR, I ain't been doing none of that no more. I just been staying out the way. And these same officers just keep on harassing me, jumping out on me, and I can't even go to the store to get
you
it.
have the same officers that keep listen out when you're trying to think of something to say, you're not listening. If you know that you have the same officers that are coming after you over and over and over, yet you continue to go back to the same gas station over and over.
Man,
Jillian,
Judge, I mean, I'm sure it's probably a condition of his felony, but a condition can definitely be that he has to stay away from the gas station. That seems to be his only, like, the only thing I see that he has done is that he either lives around there or he continues to believe that because they sell him things that he doesn't have any issues, that maybe he is or is not allowed, we don't know, to be there. To his knowledge, he is allowed. But that seems to be the only thing he's done wrong since I've represented him.
what I'd like to do, number one, is I would like to compile a list of every theft case that he has, every single place that he's picked up a theft case from. Number two, I want to know where he's going to go. I'm not taking your word where you're going. I want to know, and I want to talk to them myself where you're going to go. So I want to know. And just your baby mama, I don't know.
I got numbers right
Okay,
now.
we'll get there, but I'm not letting you out to roam the streets.
I'm not
because-
roaming no more. I got somewhere to stay. I'm not roaming.
We'll get his address and
And
have him.
I want to know every single theft case here. Where are they from? Why? Okay. And then if he has nowhere to go, I want to reach out to the MAC and see what we can do to provide him. And you need to start working. You have way too much time on your hands, and you are the epitome of self-destructive behavior. You need something to do with your life, Mr. Waters. You need to get a job. So this is what we're going to do. And we have a job fair that's coming up. Hold on a second.
November 9th.
Is that the fresh start? Yeah. Can you make him a copy? So what I'm gonna do is, I'm not gonna let him out now, but first thing I wanna know is I wanna know where he's gonna go when he gets out, number one. Number two, I wanna compile a list of all the theft cases, where they're from. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a monitor on him. And then number three, he's going to meet me at the fresh start because we're gonna get his ass a job. A full-time job. I'm going to be at that fresh start fair. And I expect you to be there because you and me are going to get you a job one way or the other somehow. I'm going to be working that thing and I'm going to expect you to show up to that thing at 9 in the morning when it starts, if I let you out. I haven't decided yet. That's where we're at. Okay, thanks. Q.
I have, it's off docket matter. I want to do a question about bond conditions. Do we have to have the client here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, you. For sure.
Thank you.
Dan,
Yes, sir. I have a plea, Judge, but I don't know if it's ready.
I'm ready when you are. What happened? No?
Didn't work out, Judge. So
Okay.
he's young and I asked for deferred and I will talk for deferred.
Okay, come on, let's do it.
There it is.
Oh, do you need a translator?
No, sir.
So he only has the one case?
Mr.
morning.
Garza appears for unlawful carrying of a weapon and is offered deferred adjudication, a probation path that avoids a conviction if he follows terms. The judge gives a clear trade-off. Give up rights now to potentially avoid a conviction later. Important detail. The judge warns about immigration consequences and the permanent record effect. This is a teachable moment. Plea bargains can look attractive but carry long-term costs. Engagement question.
Talk about how much time you're going to be doing. You need to understand that if you violate this probation, you could be doing upwards of an entire year. Do you understand?
Yes, Judge.
What you need to do to complete this successfully, you must do a gun safety class, a TRAS to see what other conditions you may need. You must fulfill any conditions that they assess, 10 hours of community service and forfeiture of the weapon. Is this how you understand it? I will make you a deal. If you do well, you do not test positive for anything, you get your classes done quick. I'll take you off in half the time. I took someone else off here 2 hours ago. I cut them loose in half the time because they did great. In fact, it was the same exact case. It was another unlawful carrying of a weapon. So if you do well, we will reward you. You don't need to spend the whole time. But that means you have to be nice to everybody and do what you need to do. Can you get it done? You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you enter into this agreement, you are stuck with me until you violate it or you complete it successfully. Is this what you want to do? How do you plead to the offense, sir? I will not find you guilty. I'll withhold it for an entire year. Like I said, get it done quick, take you off. No. Okay.
Sounds good, Judge. Thank you. This is Joe Robert Battaglia.
Another defendant surfaces with drug test concerns, positive for THC and a history of opiate use. The judge demands rigorous testing and warns that future use will land him back in custody with higher bail. The court also touches on treatment options, Narcotics Anonymous, outpatient programs, but notes those often come after a plea. Reaction call-out. The judge mixes compassion, get help, reach out, with strict consequences. Transition. This shows how courts try to balance public safety, individual treatment, and case management.
He's not using any opiates at all.
Okay.
I'm going to drug test you like crazy within the next week or two. And I want you to understand that you're not to use any illegal substances.
Yes, sir. Is there any like way to like I can get like a class or something like substance abuse? I can get some help on it. That's what I really want.
I don't have anything yet until you accept some kind of plea bargain, like probation or anything like this. I don't have anything now, but there are things that you can do, like Narcotics Anonymous, where you talk to other people. There are other outpatient, and I can have you meet with Shatori so we can figure something out for you.
Sir.
Don't use mind over matter.
Sir.
If you get the feeling that you want to use, you have to reach out to someone like at a Narcotics Anonymous or an AA,
That's what
and they can talk you through it so that you don't use. But I'm telling you, the next time you use, you will stay with me in custody. And you've got 2 cases. So
Sir.
your bonds are going to be at least 10 to 15,000 if I revoke your bonds.
Sir.
And if you don't have anyone to make them, you're going to be sitting in there for a long time.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
So the magistrate put a GPS device on him.
I already have a ankle monitor on, sir.
Probably so that he wouldn't go near the complaining witness. That's what I would suspect. All right, I'll take it off. Okay.
Yes, sir.
But if, like I said, if I find that you're becoming a problem, first I'm going to put you in jail. The next thing I'm going to put that thing back on you.
Yes, sir.
Choose no drugs, no alcohol.
Yes, sir.
Contact with the complaining witness.
Yes, sir.
Understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm bringing him back next week.
Short
We're going to
recess,
test
Judge?
again. Yep, very short.
Week 2.
A week.
Week.
Yeah.
Okay, next week. Okay, no problem.
Okay. Good luck, guys. Good luck with your trial.
Yes, sir.
Carl, did you get anyone else? Ay, ay, ay.
I don't even know.
Ay, ay, ay.
I don't even know.
Final cluster, an extradition for serious charges out of Pennsylvania, followed by a sequence of guilty pleas entered on the record for several defendants, theft sentences, probation terms, and a family violence admission blocking firearm ownership. The courtroom becomes procedural. Rights are waived, deals are explained, and consequences are explicit. Jail days, enhancement findings, and a permanent record. Highlight: the judge repeatedly explains the collateral consequences, parole impacts, immigration risks, loss of firearm rights, ensuring defendants understand the stakes before pleading.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
That's true.
I didn't do any of that. I promise you that.
Look,
Hey, I understand. And I,
really, here, we're not interested in it. This is just, you were wanted out of Pennsylvania, and all we're doing here is determining whether you are, in fact, John Akey.
Right.
If you are, what we're going to do is we're going to wait for Pennsylvania to come get you.
Right.
We normally give them 2 weeks to come get you from the day that you waive extradition, which is today. Are you waiving formal extradition?
Yeah.
Okay, so as of today, they have 14 days to come get you, and if they don't come get you by that time, Harris County will release you. Okay? All right. Good luck. Good morning, guys.
morning.
All right, all for pleas, Your Honor. You got Mr. Cuellar, Mr. Gunthorpe, and Mr. Tucker. Mr. D, if you'll step on this side
Yes, sir.
for me. So you got Mr. Gunthorpe and Mr. Tucker.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Allen has Mr. Cuellar.
No, I don't think I have time yet.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. No, sir, to the judge. Yes, Your Honor. No, Your Honor.
Gunthorpe is on the record.
Is that Ramona?
Yes.
Are we doing this on the record?
Yes, sir, Your Honor. One of my clients has a felony. He's on felony parole.
Okay, hold on. Let me just sign this. And then we'll. So tell me when you want to go on the record, Ramona. And is it for Gunthorpe, I'm assuming?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so let's do that first and get you out of here.
Order of the court, going on the record, hold all conversations.
Today is October 7th. It's approximately 10:32 in the morning. And before me, I have, for the defense,
John Dixon.
state,
Alex Macias.
Okay. What we have is we have a Hakeem Khalif Gunthorpe, cause number 252-6467. Mr. Gunthorpe, you are charged with theft. Misdemeanor theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. It looks to me that you guys have worked out an agreement, and the reason that we're doing this on the record, Mr. Gunthorpe, is, believe it or not, for your protection, because from what I understand, you're on parole, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so.
Sir, no, sir, to the judge.
It's okay. So what happens is when you're on parole, you're supposed to behave yourself. And when you don't, and when you pick up new cases, a multitude of things can happen. They can issue a blue warrant, meaning that you are stuck in custody until you have a hearing, a parole hearing. If a blue warrant has not been issued, then you need to understand that by pleading guilty to this offense now, it can be used to revoke your parole. Now, they may revoke it, they may not revoke it, they may send you to ISF. I don't know. But you need to understand that there are more consequences than the average person, because being on parole, it can affect your parole status. Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You still want to go forward?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You give up a lot of rights, and this applies to all three of you guys. You give up a lot of rights by entering the agreement today. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you guys are not citizens, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you plead guilty, you can never undo this. This isn't like Target where you don't like it, you can just return it. Once you plead guilty, it will go on your record. You cannot take it off after that. You guys understand?
Yes, sir.
Is this what you guys want to do?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Mr. Gunthorpe, on your theft case, you've worked out 126 days in Harris County Jail with 42 days credit. Is it enhanced? It's alleged here that you had a prior unauthorized use of a motor vehicle out of the 338th Judicial District Court. Is this true or untrue? All right. How do you plead to the offense?
Yes.
I will find you guilty. I will sentence you to the agreement, sentence you to 126 days in jail, give you credit for the 42 days that you've done. The enhancement is true. Good luck to you, Mr. Gunthorpe. Okay, off the record.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, now, Mr. Cuellar, are you on probation or parole at this time?
Parole.
Oh, I guess we're gonna do this one on the record too. Is he your
Not
client?
mine, Your Honor.
This one's mine, yeah.
Okay, that's right. You also need to understand that by being on parole, this is Cuellar. Yeah. Do you want to do this on the record?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you back on, Ramona?
Yeah.
Okay, so in Mr. Marco Antonio Cuellar's case, cause number 252-6210, he is charged with misdemeanor theft as well. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. He has advised us that he is also on parole as well. Did you say a blue warrant in this case has actually been issued though?
He's
Right?
currently on hold.
Okay.
Has, parole right now, Your Honor.
Now, for purposes of the record, can you identify yourself?
Alan Williams with the defense.
And Alex Macias for the state.
All right, so you've been advised of your rights, Mr. Cuellar. Did you want to, how do you plead in this offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
I will find you guilty and I will sentence you to 30 days in jail. I'll give you credit for the 2 days that you've done. It's enhanced as well?
Yes, I have a copy here.
Okay, it says here that you are enhanced with your attempted burglary of a motor vehicle out of county court at law number 5 from March of this year. Is this true or untrue that you had this?
True.
Okay, true to the enhancement as well. All right, guys, I wish you two the best of luck. And lastly, you are Mr. Tucker.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Tucker, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. And you have worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail, credit for the 44 days that you've done.
Yes, sir.
You need to understand that there comes with this, though, an affirmative finding of family violence. What that means is that you can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this plea bargain. You pick up a gun, that in and of itself is a Class A misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year.
Yes, sir.
Knowing this, do you still want to go forward with this?
Yes, sir.
All right, how do you plead to the assault, sir?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty, sentence you to the time. If there are any enhancements in your case, they will be abandoned. Guys, best of luck to you.
Thank you. All right, go ahead and go right through that door for me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ramona.